Hey there, you're watching the Dave Does channel. I am Dave Does, and this is Dave Does Reacts, and today I am checking out Lamb of God, and the song is Sepsis. I've never heard the song, also obviously not seen the video either, so going in this blind, but I do of course know who Lamb of God is, listened to a few songs, but never got into a full album or anything like that, but I've got a lot of appreciation or respect for this particular band and what they've delivered. Still get referred to as a new band, even though they've been going on for sort of early 2000s, so 25 years in the business easily, and still get referred to as modern metal. Go figure. But yes, they were the kind of guys that took over the crown of Pantera when Pantera in 2002 disappeared and broke up, and obviously Damage Plan stuff was formed around then. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Now, as always with my videos, I will not be talking during the video or pausing the video. I'm just going to let it play from start to finish, and I'll do all my breakdown at the end. The song is 3 minutes and 54 3 minutes and 54 seconds long. So if you don't want to just watch me staring at a screen, because that's not that interesting, you can just jump straight to the end in 3 minutes and 54 seconds, and we'll talk about it all then. But otherwise, you can enjoy the video. Let's check it out. Okie dokie, that was Lamb of God and Sepsis. Let's work this one through. So obviously I'll break this into two parts, the musical elements and of course the video. Let's do the video second and we'll do video music first. So you can clearly see why people talk about this band as the band that took over from Pantera, or the natural progressors of when Pantera finished. These guys were the natural successors of fans of Pantera. I mean, you've got this main riff at the beginning there. It's almost it's one of the times when you hear the doomier elements come through into this sort of what we would have called modern metal, but now isn't that modern? But you can hear these doom style sludgy riffs. But what's for clarity for me would be the fact that I'm hearing New Level by Pantera in that riff. The do 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 do. That riff kind of that, but a variation of it. But you can hear the almost DNA of that riff in this riff. And I'm sure if you were to look at a New Level, you could hear the DNA of another person's riff in that riff. So it's all fine. I'm not saying it's a rip-off. I'm just saying you can kind of hear that. If you're looking for it, you'll hear it. So that was very cool, and I love it because I was expecting it to be a high-octane track initially. So I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't. Do like it though when it does change up, when it all kind of kicks off and the energy of the track just goes fast like that. That's again not one of my favorite drum patterns. Doesn't leave a lot of room for musical exploration. It's basically a way of just making it intense for metal, but doesn't leave a lot of room for expression. But it was just sounding really cool with the song. Worked really well. It felt very visceral, very intense, which I enjoyed. And then looking at the video, video was cool. Very old school video looking, old found footage. Didn't really get much of I mean, obviously thinking about the word sepsis, so talking about blood poisoning. Didn't quite get the video element of that. Without having to look at the lyrics, it would be difficult to quite understand the concept of what was going on there. But I enjoyed the video. I thought the video was shot really well. I love the intense found footage look. I also like that you obviously use this viewfinder overlay, which if anyone that's ever done video editing, you can find these viewfinder overlays that make it look like a video camera or a CCTV or whatever you want to closed circuit television, as what that stands for. But the timer at the bottom, normally it just loops it does 10 seconds and loops and loops and loops. But if you look at theirs, as it jumps to each camera shot, it's all at different times of the day, so which I really liked. I liked the fact that they put that level of focus on to ensure that it wasn't just one viewfinder for each section, because otherwise it would have just jumped through shots and the viewfinder would have carried on the same time scale, but every time it jumped there was a different timestamp, which I thought was very cool and well thought out again there. So yeah, really impressive track. I keep saying to myself every time I come across a Lamb of God, I'm like, I really should get one of their albums or put it on a playlist. I don't use streaming services for music. I'll go on YouTube and watch videos for bands, but I don't use. If I am, I would rather get a CD or buy MP3 downloads or whatever it might be, and support music, and do it that way, because it's just better for the bands, better for the musicians than the streaming. Unfortunately, for charting and all that other crap, you have to have streaming, and for finding out if you're popular or not, you need streaming, unfortunately. But I could do hours of videos on just my thoughts on bloody streaming platforms. But I would rather go and buy a full album and then listen to it anytime I want to on my own player, without having to worry about whether I've got connectivity. Especially when I do a lot of driving out in the remote areas. So yeah, there we go. Lamb of God and Sepsis, and of course my random ramblings. Now, if you enjoyed my video today, please do like, share, subscribe, leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and I may get round to doing them, because I'm always looking for new bands or bands I haven't heard before, which would of course be new bands. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. But leave your comments down below, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.